My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. I'm going to walk you through my favorite Knockout Kings entry for Monkey Knife Fight at UFC Paris. If you don't know what Monkey Knife Fight is, well, let's get beyond the fact that the name is a little ridiculous. It is daily fantasy, and all you really need to do is come in here and say who you think is going to land more strikes. It's just that simple. And if you're right, you can 3 times your money. You want to slap a few of those together, do a parlay of your prop bets, well, you can go up to 25 times your money. It's a ton of fun. It's super easy. It's daily fantasy. WeWantPicks.com/MKF. They will instantly match your deposit up to $100. You give them $5, they'll give you 5. You give them 100, they'll give you 100. Take the free money and play Knockout Kings. If you watch our Tuesday breakdowns, well, you hear us break down every single fight and their strike lines. So if you want more detail about that, watch that video. In this video, I like to just go right to the bottom and do Knockout Kings. What Knockout Kings is, we can pick any 3 fighters on the same card, including fighters who are fighting each other. And if any one of them wins by knockout or TKO, you 1.25 times your money, 25% net profit. If 2 of them win, you 2.5 times your money. 3 of them win, you 6 times your money. You can do any 3 fighters. I never recommend chasing for 3. And this is a tricky card because I do think there's a lot of stoppages, but there's a lot of questions on this card regarding, short notice fighters, UFC debuts, last minute switch ups, lots of stuff going on here. But I've got a couple Monkey Knife Fight options, and we have only missed 1 Knockout Kings in over a year. 1. And what does that mean? That means that's free money every week. Just printing money, slow and steady, right? We're not betting thousands, but slow and steady, getting some money every single week. So, listen, we got a heavyweight main event. The reality is, I think there is a stoppage in that, and I think it is a KO or TKO. If Tuivasa wins, it's a knockout. If Gane wins, I think he gets a takedown and just TKOs his way to a victory. He's not going to knock out Tuivasa on his feet, but I think he can TKO him on the ground the same exact way that he did to Derek Lewis. So personally, I like Gane for the TKO. Obviously, Tuivasa is going to be live for an actual knockout. Benoit Saint Denis, same logic. He doesn't even need to get the takedowns, but he will be live for a KO or TKO. Abus Magomedov, same thing. We've seen this guy stop people on the regional scene over and over again. He's got legitimate power in his hands to get that done. But frankly, I'm just going to double up this fight. I think Imavov and Buckley, I think there's a stoppage in that fight. Buckley's going to throw heat. Imavov's got great counterpunching. One of these guys is going to put the other one out. So I think doubling that up and adding Gane is probably the safest way to go. But if you just want Buckley, then you can go Gane. And then we talked about some other people who are going to be live. Like, don't touch Charles Jourdain. But hey, when we're looking at this, Khalid Taha's fighting a UFC debut. He's got a ton of power. But I think outside of them, you can go with Gomes or, potentially Abus Magomedov, even though I think he might lose that fight. But it doesn't matter, right? You can get any 3. I tell you this every week, I only go for the 1. I just want my 25%. Give me 25% profit every single week, and I'll be happy. No big deal. But let's take a look at a few of these other. So these are just the prop games, right? That's my favorite Knockout Kings. But Rapid Fire is also pretty solid. What Rapid Fire does is it takes different fighters from different fights, slaps them together, and you just do the more or less. So let's take a look here. We got Nathaniel Wood and Charles Jourdain. They're actually fighting each other. Who's going to land more strikes in this fight? Man, I think Charles Jourdain wins, so I think he makes the most sense, and they're giving him 3.5. And then who's going to land more strikes, Robert Whittaker or Nasrat? I'm going Whittaker all day. I think he dance around the much slower Vettori. But let's go ahead and take a look. We'll scroll back up where it's a little shorter. And we got a 2 for 2 here. Robert Whittaker, 92 strikes. Haqparast, 88. Honestly, it's probably a more, but we're going to leave that alone because at this point in the week, these lines have moved. I'm not a huge fan of touching the lines later in the week, but I do like my 3 for 3s because right now it's 4X. I'm filming this Friday morning. Friday afternoon, Saturday morning, that is 5X, which is always solid. Haqparast is probably more. Makdessi's probably more. Quinones, I don't know. I'm not going to touch that. Yeah, I don't really love these lines, so there's no reason to force anything, especially when we're getting our free 25% every week. So, guys, WeWantPicks.com/MKF. Sign up, make a deposit, let them match that deposit with promo code WWP. and you're going to get free money. Week in, week out. Sign up, make a deposit. WeOwnPicks.com/MKF.